Hey everyone, I just want to give a quick shout out to my friend Kid Blur for allowing me to use his gameplay footage for this video. Kid Blur is the leader of a USPC group known as the Justice Teens, and they only recruit Sparks and Sprites, which are the teen body types, male and female. Um, if you feel interested in looking them up, go ahead. They're not a iconic league, nor are they a Teen Titans / Young Justice based league. They are their own group. They've been around since the first year of DC Universe Online, so they know their stuff and they have a rich history. Anyways, if you feel interested in looking them up, look down in the description bar below for one of the URLs I put up, a link most likely to their Wave docs or their website. Anyways, let's get right into the video and hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, this is Leo Young with Impressive Talks and Thoughts, episode 8. And today, as you can pretty much see from the screen in the title below, I'm going to be talking about DC Universe Online, the MMO. I would say RPG, but it really doesn't feel like a role-playing game because of how little it does with roleplay. But this is mainly to talk about what I like to call the DCUO Rebirth, basically from the DC Rebirth comics. Because if you stop playing DC Universe Online, or you still come back every once in a while and you want to know what's new, this is pretty much it. So if I'm not 100% sure when this started, but I know it started this year. That DC or not DC, Daybreak Games had started releasing monthly content, 2 episodes a month, and that was supposed to be like the new big thing. And even I was impressed. I was surprised. I was like, finally, once a month content will keep bringing people back. This will allow my people, leagues and stuff to start growing. And I was excited for it when I was told. However, it took a while for me to finally realize how little the monthly content did for us. Because the one thing I realized was, and this was about 2 months ago, the monthly content lowers and diminishes the value of what we're doing. Because 1 month we'll get Green Lanterns, then the next we'll get a Legends of Tomorrow, then the next we'll get, like, I don't know, Teen Titans. I know we didn't get a Teen Titans one, but that's just an example. Now, one of the things I had really found a problem with it is it was easy. Alright, it was easy. During the month of, I believe, August, they gave a free DLC month where everyone could get free DLC, and I thought that was also going to be great. But I had CR 130. It took me, I skipped. No, all right. So here's how it basically works, and the reason I say it was easy. I bought 2 DLCs before the free DLC stuff month. I believe I bought the Unholy Matrimony and the Rip in Time, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But I used those DLC to basically raise from CR 130 to CR 166 or 156. No, I had Wasteland Wonderland and the warehouse mission where Rip sends you, and that was enough to basically jump me over all of these smaller DLCs. I only needed 2 to get from 130 to 160, 150 something, and then I used the free DLC to get me to 166 or 167, if I'm correct. I had help with one of my friends. He was actually pretty nice. He's actually the person who allowed me to record his gameplay on the screen. I'll put I'll probably just remake another video for the intro to give him a shout out. But back to the main story. So now DC Universe Online has Daybreak again, I'm sorry, has finally said this isn't working. We need to go back to our roots, because one of the main problems I found with it, and this is just a main thing my friend even brought up, one of the villains we fought was Darkseid. The main big bad, the guy everyone is afraid to fight, was one of the villains, and they just glossed over it. It didn't feel that big because it was a 2-part DLC. It's like, alright, once we beat this guy, it's done. It wasn't a constant upgrade towards him. It wasn't Halls of Power DLC, Halls of Power DLC, Halls of Power DLC. It was Green Lantern, Green Lantern, Halls of Power, some Green Lantern, uh, random Legends of Tomorrow, Dark Side. See how that breaks off the entire like line? It just creates an entire issue that was, well, it was disappointing. In the nicest terms, it was disappointing. So about a month ago, if I'm correct, we got the news that they would go back to their old system where they would have large content DLC every couple of months. And I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, that's actually pretty great. That will help us. That will bring back the old player, because before we used to complain that, oh, all these DLCs take too long to come out. Well, we you don't. It's like the saying. It's what the saying says. You don't miss until you know what's gone. I think that's it. I don't fully remember. I'm very bad with sayings. You don't fully appreciate it until it's gone. That's it. And we freaking needed it. We will appreciate the hell out of this for a while. DCUO has a horrible track record with this community, with being one of the most toxic and aggressive. And that's not what we're going to talk about here. Maybe one day we'll talk about that. But right now, I just want to get into the fact that this game is now coming through a new reboot. And to add on to the greatness of the new monthly content, and I've heard some people go like, this content was too easy. It took me just a couple of days to beat. Not even days. That thing came out, what, Thursday? Wednesday? It took me like a day to beat. 48 hours. Let's say 48 hours. So yeah, a couple days. And in my mind, I'm like, well, that makes sense, don't you think? It's the first like DLC. It's the first DLC we've gotten like this in a while, and it's finishing up Amazon Fury Part 3. Now, that's amazing and all, but I agree that it's supposed to be easy, because it's, again, the very first one. It's what we start off with. And as time progresses, things will get harder, because we have a lot more to look forward to, such as the skill point and CR difference, I mean not difference, change, the power updates that's coming out, water powers coming out, I believe the end of December, maybe in December itself, because they work pretty fast. Because from what I remember hearing, Amazon Fury was supposed to come out December or next year, January, but Daybreak really pushed this out real quick, no problem. So that gets into that. Then we're going to switch over to the recent news that came out, I believe, yesterday. Yes, definitely yesterday. That Daybreak is once again doing a monthly free DLC, and I don't know if that's a good thing or just them being nice, because it could be that they're looking at it like, huh, we are really losing player base. We are really like hearing people aren't doing well. But in my mind, I see it as in they're going to restart and rebrand the DCUO. To do that, they're going to need literally a lot of players who couldn't buy the other DLC. And with that, and now that I kind of sit down and say it like that, is like, well, if they didn't buy the DLC before, what is giving them free DLC now going to do? I mean, it's definitely going to save them a couple extra bucks instead of spending like, I don't know, $16 altogether. 10 for the Amazon Fury and 3 small DLC. They can literally just spend the 10 and use this free month to get through. But as I was saying, this is a way for them to basically get those people who couldn't buy it from CR 130 and let them push up to the point where they can start using and buying the new DLC. Because it's going to be a pain in the ass if you just start playing the game and then all of a sudden is like all your friends are way past your level, and now you have to literally do the small DLC, and one of them goes like, hey man, you're an idiot. You should have taken that break, because not literally, because they put this DLC out for free. You knew it. You know you don't buy DLC. Why didn't you just go through with it? And that's just a topic. I know that's probably going to come up at one point. Um, I'm not going to talk about skill points and CR and all that because combat rating, because there's this nasty thing going on with people. Like, oh my, it's horrible the way people treat others because they look on wave docs and see their skill points, and go like, dude, you're CR 150. How come you don't have 1,000 skill points? Kick him! Kick him! And all that. And the reason I can say that is because that's pretty much what happened. Like, I was playing a game and freaking DMX was on for a couple hours, and he just started on the mic. And it was really, really horrible. And I'm not talking about the growling, I'm just talking about, like, in general, how they treated that person just because he was a specific CR, but he didn't have a set. Is there a website that's basically out there that tells people what CR you should, what skill points you should have at a certain CR? Because if there is, you need to like tell me so I can go look. Because I'm like, my main is 156, my alt is 167, and I want to like know where I'm supposed to be. JK, I don't give a damn. We're just mainly going to be talking about DC. Again, we're just going to be talking about DC Universe Online getting its rebirth system. So, with Amazon Fury Part 3, that basically starts up all of the new, well, not the new and improved, but the old and improved system style. Because before it was Sony Online Entertainment, then they switched over to Daybreak, and then monthlies started coming around. So wait, maybe monthlies were last year. I don't fully remember. It's been so long. But now that they're kind of like going back to their old roots, and from like I said, they pretty much brought out Amazon Fury Part 3 out relatively quickly, sooner than they announced. And that's amazing, and that's great. And that basically says that I don't have to sit down and worry about like what's the word? Worry about long breaks without content, because it's like if they can bring out a DLC like that, unless they were secretly working on Amazon Fury Part 3. Nah, I doubt it. If they can bring out content every 2 to 3 months and get content that will last you a month and a half, that will do us pretty damn well. That will help it. But it's more than just the content. It's the players. It's the system. It's the mechanics. If everything doesn't match up, nobody's going to play. A lot of people, I know I keep saying this, but a lot of people keep leaving because of the DC Universe Online community. Because it's so bad. Because there's a lot of quote unquote fake people sitting around. If you don't know what I mean by that, I mean like I'm not even going to call out the community council. I don't know if it's changed. I don't know who they are, but it's bleh, basically. It's bleh. Now, going back into it because I trailed off. I'm not going to talk about mechanics, but like if it's fun, it's fun. It's like you have to touch this button and someone has to race around the world 100 times to touch this button. Let's do it. Let's go straight up for it. But if it's literally what happened in not literally, why do I keep saying that? These dang trends. If it's really just what happened in Halls of Power Part 1 or 2? Yeah, Halls of Power Part, the League Hall raid, basically, where Darkseid sends Killaback to queue up. If they're going to do that, no. That was not fun, that was annoying, and I basically beat it when I finally got into a high CR group. That shit was hard. Hot sauce. I put that on everything. I don't know. I got a little weird right there. But moving over to the players, because that's all I can talk about. Again, CR, mechanics, all that. Like, let's get some new characters in. Let's give them some life. We have, and I was surprised when this didn't happen. When they had Legends of Tomorrow, the crappy season come up, Daybreak basically worked their ass off to make content around that. But when the good season of Legends of Tomorrow comes up, nothing. They have a large portion of the Justice Society. They have Jay Garrick, Scott Allen, Ted. I should probably say their real names. I mean their hero names. They have Jay Garrick, the Flash, Wildcat, Green Lantern, Scott Allen. They have Red Tornado, Shazam, Power Girl, Um, Dr. Phantom, I believe that's his name. They have the Spectre. They have a large amount of Justice Society members. They even have pictures of Stargirl in their base. They have Hawkman and Hawkgirl. You're telling me that you guys didn't look and see this coming a mile away and go like, we can finally work with the JSA. We can finally give them like some light in the DC universe online. Because it's not even just the JSA. It's the Justice League. It's the Titans. It's like they have these groups in the game, but they don't use them. They use the Bat Family. Sure as hell they use the Bat Family. They don't use them a lot, but they've used them. I can tell you this right now. How many people have ever seen Flash and Batman in a similar mission? Not PvP, but PvE. Comment down below. How many of you have seen Flash and Batman in a mission? How many of you have seen Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman in the same mission? No, really, have you? I think if they were, I could believe it was in the Dark Side raid, but I haven't seen it. But if they were, no wait, that was Superman and Lex freaking Luthor. So what the hell is going on? I'm sorry, got a little carried away there. I'm very passionate about these characters, but they could use them. Add these characters in, and then I want to just like end it off with this again, and mainly because it does end with this. We can get good content. We can get amazing character development. We can get great stories. We can get powerful, I was going to say powerful powers, spectacular powers. We can get all of that. But if the community doesn't come together, if it stays the same, if it doesn't like treat everybody like they're in your league, and if they are not in your league, and if your league is a bunch of assholes, leave that league, find a good league. Treat everybody respectfully and equally. Don't look at their CR and go like, you're a piece of crap. Don't look at their skill points and go like, you are a freaking noob. You need to start playing more. You need to sit down with them. Well, because you are sitting down, you need to sit down and play and help. There are people out there asking for help. If you don't like the way other people are playing, that's because no one's out there teaching these new guys how to play. A large amount of the players here are kids. They don't understand numbers and all that. Someone has to sit down and teach them. And if they don't, they're just going to get carried through to your mission. You have to go around and you have to help these people. There's the DC Universe Online. We are the online part. The DC Universe is already out there. They don't need us. We are the online. We are the community. We have a community council. I don't know if they do anything. I've never really heard them come together and go out in the public and go like, hey everyone, come out. We have to talk about a certain issue. No, I hear one of them was like promoting $2 literal no, not $2. $20 real life $20 sodas. I don't know what that's about. Probably happened. I wouldn't believe it. But if we can't like trust the community council to do the community things, we need to at least work together. We need to come together. I don't like the way I said that. We need to finally just sit down and speak and go like, all right, listen, you're horrible at this game. I get that. And I don't mean that in the worst way. I mean it like nobody's taught you how to play. I see you have no league. I see you have 56 skill points and you're a CR 100. I'm going to make an alt with your powers and I'm going to train you. I'm going to teach you. Why? Because now we don't have monthly content. Now I've personally decided not to spend every waking hour of my game trying to gain feats. Instead, I'm going to spend my time helping you people out. I'm going to spend my time helping out the community. I'm going to spend my time making this game better. Because what's the point of having a Batmobile trinket, like literally turn into the Batmobile or the Batwing, when there's a bunch of assholes flying around? Nobody wants to fly into an asshole unless you're a freak. And if you're a freak, my Gmail's down at the bottom. But yeah, sorry about that. I got a little like serious about this because I have my own issues with the community. The guy who's playing the game, you see, has his issues with the community. I think he's actually more of an extremist or fanatic. Wow, I'm using fanatic a lot. He's more of an extremist when it comes to the community. But do you understand what I'm saying? what he does is he doesn't communicate with people outside of his league. Unless you're a friend or you're a member of his league, he doesn't communicate. He stays with himself. And we can't allow that to keep happening. That's a reason we aren't getting anywhere. We don't go out. We don't talk to others. And we do, it's to fight them or to curse them out. And we just can't let that continue happening if we want the game to thrive. So yeah, that's my impressive talks and thoughts, episode 8 on DC Universe Online Rebirth. And I guess it's more of a, like, I feel like I put a little bit of a rant in there. I didn't mean to, but I've been playing this game for a while, and to see it die is a problem. And people keep going, DC Universe Online is not going to die. It's doing well. Well, now it's doing well. But you don't make moves like giving your stuff for free if something's going really, really well. If that makes any sense. And I heard this comment from a YouTuber who also plays DC Universe Online. I don't remember his name, but if you know it, please comment down below. He said, the people who say the game is dying are the ones who really care about it. Because if they see that it's dying, they see that there's issues. They've seen that there's people leaving. They see that there's glitches happening. They see that there's problems that aren't being fixed. Those who don't know it, don't see that it's dying. And so they just sit down and they're like, oh, my friends aren't coming on anymore. I wonder why. That's why. You have to sit down and you have to see the issues that are here. But this video has gone on long enough. I don't want to push on anymore. I'm going to speed it up with timestamps like I did with my last one. I do hope you enjoyed. If you're a fan of DC Universe Online, please leave a like. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button. If you know anybody else who plays the game or who hasn't played the game in a long time, share this. And if you have your own worries, your own issues, your own problems, comment down below. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Be well.